Hey guys, we're back once again on the 1960 Triumph TR3, and we're going to go ahead and attack a different project on this one today, and that's going to be the front nose cone, or what they call the apron on these cars. So this front piece right here obviously was taken off of another car, and if you're familiar with the TR3s at all, you'll know that they all suffer damage down here in the bottom, and they're like all dented and smashed and caved in, and any parts ones you see is like all bad. And we've got like 3 of these cars here at the shop. The other 2 all smashed on the aprons. So it's just, even the one that came with the car. I mean, this is a rust-free California car. Frame is spotless. Beautiful, solid metal all the way, all along the car. The floors are incredible, and all original floors. Really, really nice shaped car. But the front end, of course, smashed up. And it's smashed up in some pretty bad spots. So this apron right here is off a 58 model that we had. And of course, Triumph didn't change the models or the designs pretty much for quite a series of years. I can't remember exactly what the cutoff is. Top of my head, I think it's about 63 is the cutoff. So pretty much from 58 to 63, I think, is the same body style. So this one has paint peeling and a few little dents and things like that, but nothing real major. It had a dent in this top of this headlight that we popped out already. We bumped that out. And then the paint's just chipping. But I mean, we found this 58 in a barn. So, I mean, and it was a 100% complete car. So maybe this one didn't suffer any damage. It just rotted out. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and take this apron off, and we're going to go ahead and get all this cleaned up and take it down to bare metal. We got to get some primer on this thing so we can see exactly where all the dents are that we have to address. Because I know there's several dents along the front of the apron, but we can't see them very well with all that rust on there and stuff. So we're going to go ahead, take this off the car real quick. All right guys, so we're here today, and we are going to go ahead and start sanding down the front apron for the 1960 TR3, the Triumph TR3. Tool Girl Lisa's cars. We have it outside. We're going to go ahead and contour tool all this down and get it down to the bare metal as much as we can. There's body work that needs to be done to this, like dents that need to be bumped out and stuff, but we can't tell where they're at with all the paint and different colors on here. So we're going to tear it all down and take it down to metal, and so we can see what we got to bump out. So let's get to work. What's going on? That's not supposed to do that. Something's wrong. Both tear this apart. So we're gonna pause and take it apart, see what's going on. Their headlight areas are done. Now what we gotta do is flip this upside down. And you can see that one's done too. I'll probably flip it upside down, get underneath here. Underneath this lip here, and I'll flip it up and get all of this inside here. Pop all this flip on. So we've treated this with two different kinds of rust treatment products. This the top piece up here on the inside was treated with Permatex rust treatment. And what this does, it basically kills the rust once you grind everything down smooth and you spray it kind of kills rust and stops it from coming back. Turns black after a while, so most of it's all turned black, and when you spray it on bare metal, it does turn purple. The upper part up here, you can see it's still kind of wet here. It's not quite dry yet, but we did spray the Rust-Oleum Rust Fix. I really wanted to try that and see how it worked. You're supposed to spray it over top of rust once you've sanded it down a little bit, which we've done. We did sand the rust all down, grind it all down. It did a pretty good job, I mean, so far. I mean, it's, you know, this whole piece right up here was all sprayed with Rust Fix too, and it did a nice job. You see we got a little hole right here. Not quite sure what we're gonna do with that just yet. Too early tonight I was talking about that to see if we're either gonna plug it or if we're gonna go ahead and cut a new piece of metal for this right here, but since nobody sees this, and it does go back behind the grill. One issue we're gonna have to go ahead and address is this piece right here. And this is the piece that holds the crank, okay? When you crank the car, it holds the crank. Not that we're ever gonna crank the car again, but it does hold the crank. And that piece is split all around here. If you look close, you can see the split right here. There's another split down here, another split over here, another split here. Basically all four corners. The rust is pretty heavy on this, but I don't think it's anything through. So I think we can still keep that. But we are gonna have to go ahead, and you can see it in here, the crack right here too. This piece is a cast piece that's bolted on, so we are gonna have to take that out. So we're probably gonna take that out and repair it, but all these bolts are so rusted in here. This one, I have no idea how we're gonna get this out. but we're gonna have to fight to get this out. We got to get this out of here so we can repair this piece and straighten these rods too. You can see it's pretty bent right here. We got to straighten these rods, and I can't remember what these are for. I think they bolt up to the frame of the car to stabilize the apron. One other piece we have to do here, you can see this piece cut out here is a factory cutout for the apron. It's all banged up, pretty beat up, pretty bad. A little rotted away right there, not too bad. But this side is pretty bad. You can see half it's gone. It's just, it's not good, and it's rotted up a little bit further. So I think what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna go ahead and cut a new line here. We're gonna cut it down here, I think, cut this out, round it, and basically make another like factory appearance hole, just a little bit bigger than what it was. Now we'll transfer this over to this side so they match on both sides, and that should clean up these holes real nice and make them look more factory type of thing. So we do have another hole here, inside here, and I think we're probably going to end up plugging this because the metal is pretty nice around it. I'll probably drill it out till I get to some thicker metal, and then I can go ahead and fill it in. We can place some copper behind it, fill it out here, and then we do have another little pinhole right here, which I think will fill in really well. So we're not to worry about there. I think we'll be fine. I don't think we'll have to put a patch in there. We could if we wanted to, but I don't think we're going to have to. That's pretty much the bottom. Give me a second, I'll go ahead and flip it over. Okay, so we got it flipped over now. Pretty dusty and dirty because the rack that it's on, obviously the fender rack is pretty dusty. You can see it's just kind of dust on there. But the reason we wanted to get primer on it right away was so we can kind of see the dents a little bit better. So once we're going to go and spray this with some water and see if we can see the dents a little bit better. You see we got quite a few dents right here in this headlight bucket, and that's going to be some hammer dolly work right there that we do. And then right up in here, this is all good. Up along this nose is good. We do got quite a few dents along the top there. Now along the bottom, this whole centerpiece was all like pushed in, curled under. I did a lot of work pulling this out, getting this all back to shape, and I think I got it pretty good. I got a little bit right there I got to work on, but I think I got it pretty good overall. And then I got obviously some body work to do, finishing work, but I think I got it bent back out straight to where it should be. It cleaned up pretty good though. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I expected it to be a lot worse, but I got lots of dents all through here. I can feel them, which I got to take care of. You know, I got one right in here. I got a high spot right here, and I think a little dip right there. So they had quite a bit of mud in this top. I think they kind of hammered and dollied it until they got sick of hammering and dollying it and gave up and said, this is what we're going to do. It's finished, and bonded it. Pretty good dent right here, you can see. But I think what we'll do is bring a light in. We'll cast it along the side and look for shadows as well. This thing obviously, and this dent was a lot worse. We bumped this once already, but we do got a lot of finishing work to do. And the good thing is you can get right at the back of everything, so that's pretty cool. So that should work pretty good. And all this we can get at the back of all this. So we scraped some of the primer off right there, oops, and right there, oops, and right there, oops, just kidding. So I do got to work this area here yet. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do with all this yet, but I do got to work this area. Obviously I got to straighten right here. This is bent here. All right, so that's kind of the progress that we're making on the Triumph apron. Making some progress on that for Tool Girl Lisa. It's all gonna be a matter of time, guys, getting this little ride finished and done. But in the meantime now, I've been putting a ton of work into the Mustang. I've been putting a ton of work into the Triumph. Now that I got some of this stuff done, it's time for me to take a break from these cars, and I'm gonna get to work on Christine a little bit. So I got a little bit of things I need to get done to that, at least to be making some progress on it. So watch for another Christine update coming up soon. I'll be working on that car here shortly, and hopefully be able to get something done to report to you guys. So thanks once again for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you just watching. Be sure to like, comment down below, and share it with your friends. Share these videos with your friends, guys. We appreciate every share you guys give, and let these people know that, you know, there's some automotive channels out there type of thing that love these classic cars like they do, and we're doing what we can to keep them alive. So We hope you guys enjoy what you're seeing on the channel. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. We love you. Peace. We got a lot of cleanup to do. Peace, guys.